Alrighty, looks like we're alive and alive. Fantastic, just getting some, let me do a little something in here. Yeah, we're good on that. Good there. We might go over here and audio, go down just a smidgen. Well, maybe go up a smidgen. There we go. Keep it around there. Let me know if it gets too loud for you guys or too quiet. I have it turned down kind of far on my end, but this should work out all right. And we are gonna put some fish on the line here to dry because it improves their quality. And actually, do I have the smoker yet? Did I get the smoker? Where is the smoker? There's the smoker. My word, that's really far down. Is there another smoker that I'm missing? It's a vermilion smoker. What's the difference between... Oh, it's the different usage of... Yeah, okay. Alright, so smoker's a bit of a way off. So we are going to just get everything kind of in order. So we'll get this guy. This guy. That's useful. That's also pretty useful. Did we get that guy yet? I think we might have. Hard to say. I know we fought the crow, we just haven't had the ability to use the item yet because we don't have the steak. Getting the steak, I think happens pretty soon here. Because story-wise, we're setting up for the end of chapter 1 here, which is going to be the it's going to be one moment. I am checking something real quick here. Actually going to see if I can get something to work here in the background. We will see if this works. Damn it. Okay, go away. That's good enough there. And sorry, I'm getting a few things set up in the background here and here. Okay, so let's see how that works. We got some sound over there. Let's try and see how it works. We are going to do a few things. Hold on. And, Turn that off. Sorry, I'm messing around with some stuff here, so let's see how that works. Okay, so we are live and alive, and we are playing through Wild Hearts, and we are nearing the end of our playthrough of the first chapter. And the first chapter is relatively short, relatively straightforward. So let's go on forward and always forward.
Preparations going?
Preparations are going great, Suzura-san. Or Suzuran.
I don't remember the last time I was this busy. But at least we're more or less ready now. The karakuri are being installed as we speak. Along the route I predicted the Kuninarashi will take, following the old Blossom Trail. It's somewhat hobbled together by people working outside their areas of expertise, but it's the best we can manage. I've had to work the carpenter's fingers to the bone. But everything should be in place the next time the giant Earthbreaker stirs. The Crimson Treasury has supplied an assortment of forbidding items too. I'm a little curious as to why Kogyoku had so much gunpowder in stock, to be honest. Still, ignorance is zen, as they say. Best to just accept it graciously and avoid asking too many questions. I know the wretched creature is only searching for sustenance, but we have to protect our own interests and lives.
Damn straight.
This is a battle we cannot afford to lose. That's why we've pulled out all the stops. But now, it all falls to you.
I won't let you
I'm
down.
delighted to hear you sounding so confident. Perhaps the new weapon Natsume has developed has something to do with that. Still, anything could happen out there. Make sure you have all the right equipment in full working order. Oh, and Togahime wanted to speak with you. I suggest you show your face before we're plunged into battle.
Alrighty, so yeah, we are gotta talk to a few people here. We gotta talk to the little princess. She's up here. And she's actually...
Your efforts put me to shame.
And it's funny because she is actually a rather tragic figure when you dig into the story, because she's kind of an abandoned and unwanted daughter of nobility that was put in charge of a dying city because they didn't want to deal with her. I can't remember the exact reasons why, against various political kind of stuff. That it's weird that they put it in there, but they didn't have to. So I do appreciate the fact that with Togahime, they put in kind of an interesting little story. They don't just kind of push it off on nothing and just kind of ignore it. They actually put in a fair amount of story. That is impressive. And it's something that, honestly, Monster Hunter has never done particularly well with is story. The story in Monster Hunter is always, even with the newer versions, pretty basic.
They will be laughing at me now, in what should have been my family home, delighting in their decision to exile me here.
Yeah, again, they've exiled this poor little girl. And I played through this before. Spoilers, I'm afraid it kind of doesn't get any better for her.
Long may Minato benefit from your exceptional hunting skills.
We just do that real quick, and then we're
There is
gonna
so painfully
do
little
story
I can
here.
do to assist. Though I would gladly suffer broken bones if it would help. I see the citizens are expending every effort for our town. Yet you are charged with the most onerous task. Are you ready for the battle ahead?
Yeah, I would say
In that case,
I'm good.
may I take a moment of your time? There's something I would like to explain before you head into battle. I have been seeking assistance for Minato, but every clan is embroiled in the wars raging to the west. All have refused me outright. Even my own Ago clan offer no support. None of them. including the head of the clan, my father, have the slightest interest in Minato. In their eyes, it is worthless, good only for its inevitable destruction by Kemono, a fate they hope I, its steward, will share. Forgive me. None of that is your concern. I am powerless to do anything but circulate through the town and offer encouragement to the citizens. To my shame, I do not even have a sword. So I have no choice but to implore you, an outsider, to shoulder the burden of Minato's destiny. Please lend us your strength. Lend my home your strength.
Again, it's kind of sad. she's a rather sad and tragic figure. This abandoned and isolated noble child who's been sent to this island to sort of manage it, but it was just a dying village that no one cared about. But now we get to fight a gigantic
Well, the cannon is ready
rock
for action.
monster. We get to fight a mountain.
I just
We are
hope
literally,
it holds out.
yeah,
Never seen a battle like this before.
we're literally fighting a mountain.
I wish that Kemono would leave us alone. But it's too late for wishes now.
Damn straight. We must
Good
destroy
luck.
it. And after this is how you will get the next weapon, which is the, what they call it, the hand cannon, the spirit cannon, something cannon, I think. Which is a pretty damn strong weapon. It's got some, it's very, very simplistic, but I think there's some deception in its simplicity, because it's actually, there's some careful maneuvering you need to do. It's kind of like Greatsword in Monster Hunter, to where on the surface it's relatively simple, not a ton of combos, but the actual execution of it effectively, that's a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit more involved.
Buy us the time we need.
Hey,
I know you
Nobumitsu,
can do it.
you're a good guy. Nice and good in the story. He's a reliable archetype. Alright, here we are. Giant rock mountain bear. Yep. And this fight is kind of just on a rails section here. And as you can see, you get those little glowing areas right there. That's what you're supposed to shoot for.
Your aim with the cannon is spot on. The cannon will work. Aim for the cracks in its rocky shell.
We'll ready the crossbows. You think you can keep it busy?
Roll. That's kind of the idea, is that you fire this as much as you can at these little glowy bits. Try not to move too much. And occasionally he will try to attack you with summoning those little pillars out of the ground. Just dodge to the side one time, you should be fine. Again, it's really hard to fail this mission. Eventually, if you do enough damage to one of these little nodules, it'll pop just like that.
It's working! I can't believe it! We might actually do this!
There's an optimal place to stand to break these. I do not remember where it is. Right now we're doing well enough here. Oh, there's another one. Okay. So we're a bit... And there's one in his armpit there. That's really hard to get. There it is. Oh, roll. Again, for the most part, just find a place that gives you damage numbers and shoot it till it stops giving you damage numbers. You can also just move to the right. You don't necessarily need to roll. We're doing okay with damage. And it's very difficult to get hits on him after a while. Missed that one. Got nothing really to shoot at, I'm afraid.
I don't think you can reach it from there. Try to attack it from the bamboo groves.
Yeah.
We've got the flying vine to be used for scouting. Might come in useful.
Yeah, and you just ride these to the next staging area. Keep rolling. I wish the flying vines actually reach this far. They don't when you use them.
The old Blossom Trail is being completely flooded with celestial thread. That means we should be able to make use of more karakuri than usual. Finally, something we can turn to our advantage.
Don't worry about ammo. It isn't a thing. Just fire. You will get stunned out of actually being able to fire. So that's fine. Yeah, sometimes you really do need a roll. It's a bit annoying that you have to, but you do kind of have to. It's safer. Sometimes you can just walk out of it, but I found that it's somewhat inconsistent. Oh, he's already falling. Oh, that's pretty quick, actually.
Yosha! Now's your chance. Don't miss it. Use the flying vine and close in on it.
Yeah. Get up here. Please grab it. And you go up here and you break a couple more crystals on his back.
Great work. Now let it have it.
And once you break this, he throws you off. And now you're going to hit a little section here. You just got to do some damage. Mostly a time thing. What you're waiting for is a little bit of a story update. Just keep banging away until you stop getting damage numbers. There it is. The cannon breaks.
That noise! Don't tell me the cannon. We don't have a spare, I'm afraid. You just have to carry on with your other weapons.
That's fine.
It's dangerously near town now. We can't let it get any closer. This is our last chance. If we can't stop it in the Nanohana field, it's over.
Yep, come on, grab it. Grab it. Sometimes it won't grab. Sometimes the grab misses. So go up here, and cutscene. And we got our friends launching gunpowder kegs at it.
How did I get roped into this?
That's it! That's it! Now the next round! Hurry!
Ah, poor bear.
Might actually work.
Or it's just gonna get angry.
Muzzy, run! Take cover!
So we actually got kind of a bad weapon for this coming fight.
We're out of options.
And it's at least it's less optimal, I should say. And here we go.
You're not serious.
Again, the fight's kind of just a set piece. I mean, you couldn't really have it any other way, because you can't really fight something that size, can you?
We've had it.
If it reaches us, we're finished. You have to slay them before that happens. It's all
Oh, that's annoying. He did that move.
You're our last line of defense.
Yeah. Kind of need him to put his hand down. Like, his face is a bit too far for me to hit, regrettably. Let him slam. And put him on the fingers. Break one hand. You gotta break the second one once he drops it. It's very difficult to get him to drop it sometimes, because it is just too far away. He outranges you.
No! That's another catapult down. We've got to keep it at bay. Bring more powder!
And he's dead. That actually, so the reason why he died is we got a ton of really good damage on the initial phase when we were just firing the spirit cannon at him. Funny enough. Which I think he does have a life pool. So you could hit the damage areas or the damage checkpoints pretty easily for story mode, for the story. But you can actually do quite a bit more damage over the top of that. So I think what happened, I would have to check this up. I think we did well enough on the first on-rails section of the spirit cannon, hand cannon, whatever it's called, hand cannon, I think, that we only had to break the one hand. Because normally what happens is you have to break both hands. You have to break both hands, his head falls down, and then his head has a little bit of life left on it. And you crack his head one time, you good to go. Jesus, that guy's jacked.
Did we win?
Yes, we murdered a mountain.
Oi! Oi! Everyone! We won! We won!
Now, please let that be the end of it.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
Damn straight. So it's actually a pretty good farm for a couple of items. Mirror stones are alright. There's another one in there. I think it's the kimono stone or something like that. That you sometimes need to farm him a little bit.
I'm so relieved you made it back safely after a battle like that. Ujishige-san told me what you did. Defeating that giant kemono on your own, when all the defenses we'd prepared were spent. Togahime has asked to see you. She didn't say why. I imagine she'd like a report on the successful defeat of the kemono. I'll be at the forge if you need me. I have a cannon to repair.
Alrighty then. So we can talk to a few people.
This
We could.
sake will be languishing in its flask if it wasn't for your efforts. So here's to you, Chief. Kanpai. When that hulk of a bear rose up in front of us like a wall of rock, I thought you'd had it. But here you are, Chief.
Thanks for the encouragement. Alright. Oh, we do need to turn something in to Nobumitsu.
Now that was something else. We're out of the woods now. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list.
And we only need 4 more. That's a little annoying. What's the 4 we could do that's real easy and quick? Well, none of these. So we got way too many tests of strength. That's kind of unfortunate. Odachi, kimono using a bow. Blade of gossip.
All right. Well done,
We can do
Hunter.
something with that. Let's go talk with the princess.
Minato is saved. Thanks to your... What a magnificent, magnificent service you have done for us. I dare not imagine what might have come to pass were it not for you. As steward of Minato, I shall be forever in your debt. I wish to reward your efforts somehow, but...
We'll just say everyone's smiling faces are my reward. Oh, that's pretty sappy.
I see. Your temperance is to your credit. Now, as I am sure you are aware, I am afforded no influence over matters here in Minato at all. What can I possibly do? Ah, of course! Ichi!
You called, Hime-sama?
The festival of returns of which you once spoke. Is now not the time for Minato to celebrate again? When Great Kimono would pass, the town would come together to honor the beast and release its spirit. Would they not?
Indeed, Hime-sama. An excellent idea, I'm sure. Allow me to discuss the matter with the elders. I believe they may favor the suggestion, especially since the revival of the karakuri has stimulated such an interest in the ways of old.
good. I have made a very fine proposal, I think. And should it come to pass, I wish you much fun and excitement. Arigato. That will be all. We will make all the necessary arrangements for the festivities. I am sure you ought to rest.
I have some things to do. So this would be the end of chapter 1. Wants you to rest until the festival, but we're going to do a couple of quick little things, quick little cleanup things, if you don't mind. Pick this up. Actually, no, we have some food over here, don't we? Yes, we do. So this is the preferred method of food making for cheap stuff like millet, is to actually pickle it. The only reason I've been doing the drying of it is because I'm lazy. And you didn't have access to it until a little while ago. We're going to go ahead and do all that. We have some dried stuff, some spicy stuff. Let's grab some of this and a little bit of that. You just need some cheap, preferably the cheapest and crappiest stuff you got. So millet is usually pretty cheap and crappy. And you need some kind of seasoning or additive, whether it's vinegar, prickly ash pepper is one of the easiest ones to do. And this will allow you to make spicy rice. It takes a lot, about 14 to make 3 food. But I collected a bunch of millet for this exact reason. And we do not have enough. We need to grab just a... Oh, damn it. The auto climb can sometimes screw you just a smidgen. When you hold down the run button, you have this auto climb feature. Oh, grab a little bit more. And there's a bunch of farming routes that you can do that people have posted up online about optimal ways to farm this kind of crap. I find that it's pretty easy to just kind of find your own. You don't really need anything specialized. It's not that complicated. We're just going to put an ingredients box right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our millet. And we're going to... Oh, come on. Just our leftover millet, some more millet, and we're going to grab our spices, because we tend to use them over there. Yeah. Once you start getting later on in the game, you're going to want to actually build a few more chests to organize your crap. There we go. Just keep the food rolling. Always try to keep as much food as you can rolling. Get rid of that. We don't need it anymore.
If it wasn't for your bravery, stronger and sharper.
So yeah, we have 3 weapons we haven't unlocked. Again, we will get the cannon next here in short order. Yeah, you can't reach these later ones. You can actually reach this one with Mirror Stone. That's kind of a fun one. This guy, he's decent. Mostly wind-based, and I tend to go more raw than anything, though wind is nice. It's just, again, it's kind of like the elements in Monster Hunter, is that if the creature is not weak to it, it's useless. So, it's a small little annoyance, but in general, I find that this guy right here, which is the fume beak one, is pretty solid. It doesn't have really good skills, but it's got 10% affinity. It's got 171 raw, or just base attack, and it is not a element weapon, which means that you can kind of use it on anybody. Spin Dancer would be nice, but you can't drag it over because it's not a inherited skill. But no, we're good to go for most of this.
Can I be of service? We couldn't have done it without.
I just kind of wanted to take a quick little update on a few of these things.
After making such a you may examine
Let's see.
anything in as
We'll
much detail
buy the
as you
spice.
please before you decide.
We'll buy that. And we'll buy some sliced meat. Why not?
Do you have all you? It pains me to have.
And from here, we're going to store them. I don't think there's any armor to be made from the rock monster. I don't think so. And we'll put the spice down here. Alright, we got enough food for whatever we want to do for now. Let us just move on to Chapter 2. And again, you can always come back and do Chapter 1 missions. So don't worry about having to complete everything. You don't have to. It's nice to do, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's not necessary.
This was an excellent idea of mine, if I do say so myself. We will make all the necessary arrangements for the festivities.
And we're going to rest. Chapter 2 cutscene. Oh, not quite. That's right. You have to go talk to people in the actual festival. That's right. I believe that. I don't know how I missed that one. Yeah, first come over here. You got to talk to the people of Minato. You got Suzuran over here. Hello.
Ah, you're enjoying the festivities, I hope. Records suggest the last time this Festival of Returns occurred was more than 100 years ago. But at that time, the supply of celestial thread from the Spirit Isle was already faltering. So it must be even longer since the festival has taken place properly.
Aren't you taking part?
I intend to, shortly. I was just doing some research on the Kuninarashi. It seems that Earthbreaker had been dormant for a good 10 years in a region north of here. It must have covered quite some ground, passing the Sacred Mountain and continuing southeast along the Blossom Trail, perhaps in search of celestial thread. I can only presume the arduous journey took its toll, resulting in those fissures the Kocho were swarming over. And finally, the great beast succumbed to human hunters. I suppose it failed to find a suitable feeding ground. Either that or celestial thread levels all over Azuma are waning. There was a terrible war here in this region about 15 years ago. Great forests burned and there was a mass territorial expansion as many Kemono sought new habitats, which is what drove humans out. If the changing flow of celestial thread is going to result in renewed Kemono unrest across the entire region, then, well, I'll continue my research, and you continue to exercise caution when you're out hunting. Ah, Natsume was looking for you.
And she is way the hell up there. But yeah, we have a little festival going on at the top here. And we could go and say hi. You can talk to each individual person here.
Hero of the hour. This festival gives me pangs of. I'm not sure what. It stirs distant memories, perhaps. I feel more comfortable watching at a distance. But you should embrace the mood. I'm sure the whole town wants to celebrate with you tonight.
Yeah, you do you. No problem. And we got over here, we got our little merchant.
This is delightful, and we all know who we have to thank for it. It stung a little to donate my entire stock of gunpowder, but festival sales are soothing the pain. And Minato is to enjoy your stimulating company for the foreseeable future, yes? A profitable outcome for us all. What a heartwarming day.
And let's see, who else? There's a couple other people we can talk to. We can talk to Shika-san.
How's it going, Chief? The sake is sweet tonight.
And he is
There
drunk.
hasn't been a festival like this far too long, so I intend to make the most of it.
Got him.
A big party with the whole town.
It's a great party. Oh, look who it is! The hero of the day. Enjoying the festival?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's what I like to hear. I was on my last legs even before we started preparing for this, but hearing you say that makes it all worthwhile. Oh, I better be running along. The other elders will be fuming if I'm not back soon. They'll give me a real eyeball. See you later!
And is there anyone else to talk to here?
I'm going to lay it
I don't think so.
Did you see the
Oh, there he is. I thought you had to be somewhere. There you are. Haha, I caught you laughing.
What? I was just laughing because I mean, I'm only here because Natsume told me to come. I've never been to a big festival like this before. It's actually not bad. Anyway, why don't you go and creep up on someone else now?
Yeah, I'm a creepin'. Don't you worry. Little stuff like this is, again, very nice. Monster Hunter does a very good job of this, usually, and I think that's what kind of helps sell it a little bit to a lot of people, even if they're like, oh, well, I'm just here for the monster hunting, whatever. I think the investment in the world is really important for games like this.
over here? As an outsider, some people were a little wary of you before, but everyone will have to accept you now.
Let's hope so.
Trust me, most of us in Minato welcome people from elsewhere with an open mind. After all, most of the town's residents were outsiders once upon a time. In ancient times, there were lots of hunters living across Azuma, and they all helped each other out. Then later, when the samurai rulers gained power, this area became a province overseen by a Shugo governor. The samurai slowly pushed hunters further east, until they were left with nowhere to go but Minato, here on the eastern edge of the region. Generations of hunters have lived here, mixing with others who fled to Minato to escape difficult lives under the samurai. And now you've arrived, with your amazing ability to conjure and control karakuri. Perhaps you're the person Minato has been waiting for, come to rescue us from our plight. Maybe this is your true purpose as a hunter, even. Sorry, that was presumptuous of me. but it would make me very happy to think you're starting to feel a fondness for Minato. Anyway, have you been enjoying the festival? The Rite of Returns will be starting soon at the altar.
Yeah, it's been fun. Of course it's been fun.
I'm glad. Shall we head over to the altar together?
Now we get cutscene.
Fire liberates the soul. The beast's spirit will return to the heavens and rest until it's reborn in a new body. It's one of Minato's oldest rites.
It's a load of old hokum. Forget the next life. There's enough to worry about in this one. Isn't that right, Chief? Oh. Is that?
The bird of auspice. It's flying so close.
Yeah. That
Can only be
piece
a
of
good omen
shit.
for our town. Minato will prosper like you once did. Even more, perhaps.
And we're
Forgive me
back.
for intruding. Are you awake? There is a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you.
Hello?
Allow me once again to express my heartfelt gratitude for your exploits. Your courage saved Minato from devastation. But I confess, my blood ran cold yesternight at the sight of the kemono flying overhead. I had not known the citizens of Minato call that kemono Amaterasu, the bird of auspice. I wish that its appearance truly were auspicious, but I fear that Minato is rarely so fortunate. Our near misadventure with the Earthbreaker has again made me wonder what more I can do for the town. I had already been consulting with trusted kin on the matter. They suggested bolstering town defenses, since there is a very real prospect of further attacks. Consequently, I have summoned carpenters of the renowned Tsuruhashi clan from the capital. They are skilled at building large structures and well versed in the use of karakuri.
Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
share your excitement. It will bring great strength to our town. There is, however, one matter that troubles me. Ordinarily, one would travel here from the capital across the sea, but I am told the Southern Ocean is too perilous at present. The clan must therefore arrive by land, a journey due to take them through the Akikure Canyon. The land there was laid to waste by war, and as kemono increased in number, the canyon was sealed shut. I have arranged for it to be reopened so the carpenters may pass. But as a precaution, I would ask that you meet them there and provide escort.
Yeah,
Good.
sounds good.
Then I know
So
they
this
will
gets
arrive
us
safely.
access.
Now, If you will excuse me, I have further preparations to make.
This gives us access, after this, Chapter 2 will access our second area, second map, which is the Canyon. Akakuri Canyon. So we can talk to a couple of people. One, we need to talk to Natsume about the new weapon.
Ah, you're here. Perfect timing. I've just put the finishing touches on a new prototype I was hoping you could try out for me. Actually, it's a weapon you already know. The hand cannon I put together for you to fight the giant bear. But I let you down then because it broke in battle. Such a vital weapon, too. I feel like I failed as a blacksmith. So, I've been improving it and refining it to be more reliable. I've just completed the work. And I've taken the opportunity to get another new weapon ready as well. I really think I've done good work this time. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
So, from this, you get the
They
cannon.
say the canyon is teeming with mighty kemono nowadays. Alright, let's see what I can do for you.
And all the rest of them. I didn't actually... I thought you had to wait on the Karakuri staff, but I guess not. Alright, so hand cannon is fun. Big range damage. It is very slow. Somewhat akin, if you're in a Monster Hunter mindset, to heavy bowgun. But you don't have to craft ammo. There is a charging mechanic. It does sort of have ammo. What you do is you lay these bases down. I think you have like up to 3 or 5 bases. You put them on the ground. They're very similar to the in Monster Hunter Wilds. You have these little echo bubbles that you can put down on the ground, and when you play while around them, it causes damage. It doesn't really do that here, but what it does do is you lay down these little pads, and while you're in that pad, you constantly regen spirit ammo for your gun, so you can't run out. So you can just hold down the button and fire all you want. When you're outside of that, you have a clip size, and it can and it drains, and the only way to get it back is to, I think, either sheath it or stand in one of those bubbles. So this is kind of helps lend to it to being very immobile. It's also the slowest weapon. When you have it drawn, it is the slowest weapon to have. So you are very immobile. However, you do lots of damage. Quite a lot of damage. The next thing is that as you are firing, you charge up a heat meter. So you can't just fire infinitely. You will charge up heat meter. Eventually it'll get too hot, it'll break. But if your heat meter is at a certain level, you can fire out one of your little base discs, your little recharging bubbles, and it'll fire out kind of like a mortar. It's very annoying to aim, but if you fire it out when you have charge and you're fully charged and you are hot, essentially, and it hits the kimono, it'll do a good bit of damage, which it always does, even when you just fire it out normally with no charge, no heat gauge. It'll do a little bit of damage. It'll hit the kimono, bounce off of it, land on the ground, and when it lands on the ground, you'll notice it's a different color. If you go into that bubble and press a specific button combo, you can absorb the excess heat energy in there, and it'll still be recharging your ammo. You can fire whatever, but that's how you get access to its super move. Its supercharged move. Which, again, if you press that same button combo or something close to that, I can't actually remember the button combos now that I think about it, you will fire off a Death Star beam of damage. It is hilarious. It is super powerful. Probably one of the deadliest attacks in the game. By far. The claw blade is fun. I've never really used a lot of it because it's kind of a funny weapon to play around with. It is very good. and you can survive very long. It's kind of an odd, floaty, flyy helicopter floating around the monster kind of weapon, and it's a little weird to use. The Katakuri staff, however, that might be one of my favorite weapons because it's such a unique weapon. It's got, what, 5 modes to it? It's got a staff mode, a spear mode, a tonfa mode, and a, like a large giant shuriken mode. And the gimmick of this is that you can switch between modes on the fly, and when you do it in a specific moment during a combo, you gain a charge level. You gain up to, say, 10 charge levels. You can then use a special attack, which uses its 5th weapon mode, which is a gigantic sword that does stupid amounts of damage. Depending on your charge level, 1 or 2 really big hits. Or 3 hits, I think, actually, is the max. So, it's pretty cool. Pretty fun. The thing you are definitely looking for is, one, it works really well with Karakuri. Because it gives you very fast charge on it. Spirit Award's fine. Karakuri coordination is fine. I'm wondering if you have access to the one that is kind of the meta skill. I'm not seeing it anywhere here. Yeah, I don't see it. So, the meta skill is, what, a giant felling blade or mountain felling blade? Something like that. Which increases the damage of your final form, your big sword form. Which, seeing how that's your damage dealer right there, yeah, it's a good one to go for. So, is there anything here that I would want to drag over to get? Destruction art is fine. Combined arts is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. Destruction art's fine for destroying animal parts. But yeah, you need pointed scales to get down to here. So I would say for now, just actually no, I don't really need Katakuri coordination for a bit. Let's just make it, because we should be able to get down to here and then just make this guy. So that is now a very strong weapon. For the cannon, what's the best cannon here? Karakuri, not really. Wind Will, none of that's super useful for you. Speed Charge is actually not bad. Fills up your gauge quicker, so then you can do some more special moves. Not a ton of things. Speed build's alright. Not super amazing, but it's alright. Ah, sorry. It's yawning here. But, we will use the...
I think that's...
I don't think we can
Can I be of service?
forge
Have
any
a think
armor.
about which of my little ones you're most interested in.
Yeah, it's just we can forge that guy with Mirror Stone now. Silken Thread we need to wait a while on. Quite a while on, actually. But yeah, we're okay with our armor now. It is a little bit underwhelming. Well, let's go ahead and change this out for the Karakuri staff.
Metalwork is so much fun, don't you think?
What's the new job to do?
I heard you're going to meet the carpenters. Be careful. They say there are many powerful kemono in the Harvest Canyon to the west. Still, it's wonderful that Togahime has commissioned such skilled woodworkers. Besides houses and other buildings, they'll be able to help construct weapons to protect the town. Just think of the Karakuri advancements we'll be able to make. In fact, you remember when we explored the ruins on the Spirit Isle? I found fragments of a stone tablet there left behind by the ancient hunters. It showed a huge Karakuri, and around it, the corpses of dead kemono. Big ones. So I think it was used to defend against the kemono threat.
We should make one then.
Agree, and I hope we can. But there are a lot of construction details we're still unsure of. Suzuran-sensei and Nobu have been frantically searching Minato's records for more information. But even if we do discover how it was built, we don't know if we'll have the skills in Minato today to recreate it. Still, with the carpenters from the capital on the way, we just might. Well, anyway, hopefully it won't be necessary for a long time to come. We have plenty of time to work it all out. And I'll do everything I possibly can to help, of course. Anything for Minato.
And we also have another request from her, so we'll get that right now.
Oh yes, there's something I was hoping you might do for me. Could you collect some lava buck materials? I've got so many good ideas, but not enough materials to make them. My head's spinning.
No problem.
Arigato!
I can always
I'll
hunt
make you
monsters.
something in return. Yoshiki-san asked me to make some Karakuri-driven farm equipment for the Guild of Farmers. It's not like making weapons, but it's still fun and challenging in its own way. And I think I can use some of these ideas for weaponry later.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Just wondering how you were getting on with fixing those harpoons?
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'll come to pick them up at the dock later if you could get them all together.
Domo, that'd be great. Now, let me guess. You were just going on and on about Karakuri? Don't you ever get tired of them?
Tired of Karakuri? Oh, I've never really thought about it. I just want Minato to flourish like he used to. And Karakuri are the key to that. And now that we have this amazing hunter in town, I feel sure that we're closer to my goal than ever before.
You haven't changed a bit since you were a little shrimp.
Yes. So, about those materials, you should find lava backs on the Spirit Isle. I know I can rely on you to handle something like this.
And I think that's good for them. I don't think oh yeah, you have there's a couple of missions here. So there's one there's one up there.
Ah, good. Just the person I was hoping to see. Yes, there's a kimono I'd like you to hunt. It should yield some materials that young Yataro will find very useful. He wasn't born here in Minato, you know? Poor child, lost his home in his family's war. He was left all alone. But somehow, he found his way to us. I tell you, he's got a natural gift for making things that way. Better than any of us. Anyway, what were we talking about?
You had a job for me,
Oh,
you old
yes,
lady.
yes,
Jesus.
of course. Yataro was grumbling that he didn't have the materials he needed. So, Hunter, you go and hunt the kimono. And when the job is done, just have a little whisper in my ear. If the boy found out, He told me I was sticking my nose in where it wasn't wanted.
Alrighty then. And let's see. Got a mission up there that takes a little bit to get to. We'll do actually that. We'll actually grab this one real quick. Hey! How's it going, dude?
If I might ask, I have a request that calls for someone of your skill. The town requires some materials from a kemono that can be found on the Spirit Isle. They're to be delivered directly to Suzuran-sensei. I can offer a meager reward, I'm afraid, but I would be very grateful for your help. We greatly appreciate your offer of assistance.
Thanks. Always glad to help, I guess. Alright, and I know the mission over here is this lady, and this allows you to repeat the mission with the big old monster, the rock monster.
I have a request for you. Do you know the traditional hunting songs of our town? They sing of Minato's brave hunters stretching back through history. My parents taught them to me before they passed away. And it will be my duty to pass them on to the next generation. Unfortunately, though, Minato has been steadily losing its hunting heritage. I've never even seen a real hunt with my own eyes. How can I pass on these great songs without truly knowing what hunting is? What it really means to hunt? Doubts like that plagued my every hour. But now you're here. This is the chance of 1,000 years. Recount your hunting stories to me. Tell me the magnificent tales that are carved into your heart. I know your first-hand accounts of great hunting exploits will bring life to the lines of the song. First, tell me of the Great Bear. Tell me how the Earthbreaker's mighty roar shook you to your core.
Alright, yeah, I could do that. Alright, and we have one from Nobumitsu.
Your timing, the Southern Ocean is as rough as hell these days. Getting to and from the capital is a lot safer overland. Yo! Another day, another hunt? Sounds good. I'm about to get out my...
Oh, Nobu, you're not going anywhere. This is a shore day, and you know it.
Whoa! Jingoro-san. I do know it, but if we don't start making decent catches, people are gonna struggle for food.
Few rambling bellies won't hurt, but that sees rambling something fierce. You're not seriously going out.
I have to. I'm not making light of the conditions, but we need the fish.
I'd have failed your old man if I were to let something happen to you. Just wait until it comes a little, lad.
What's all this about?
It's the seas. Been as rough as anything recently. Some say it's Kemono's doing. We haven't had a good catch in ages.
What use are we fishermen if we're not out on the water? How's anyone going to eat? And if the seas don't settle, then what? How will any of us get by?
We're never going to agree on this. Not that I don't understand where he is coming from.
The way I see it, if no one's prepared to take a risk, then the situation's never gonna improve. Anyway, don't worry. If I see a kimono, I'll just run away like I always do. And if worst comes to worst, at least I'll be able to lure it away from everyone else.
That's what I'm worried about, you stubborn cod. I don't suppose you could help? Maybe go along and see what's what? From what I hear, you are a very fine hunter. If this young hothead gets himself attacked by a kimono, you could see it off, hmm?
If that's what it takes to keep you happy, Jingoro-san, then it suits me. It would be reassuring if you came along. I was gonna take a boat over to the Spirit Isle today. I expect you've got some errands to run. So let's meet up again over that way later.
Sorry to add to your workload. Oh, you want to know what's still to do?
And we still can't
Here's the
solve
list.
any of these things, right? Not really. We're pretty close. Oh, catch 20 creatures. We're not close on that one. 2 visitor requests. That one would do it.
Alright. I think we're... Bye
We
for
just
now.
need a visitor. And I think that's it. The bathhouse should be open. Hey, how's it going, buddy? My dude.
Oh, I suppose I should say, いらっしゃい.
What are you doing here?
You must have seen the karakuri springing to life all over Minato. The karakuri of this old bathhouse have done the same. When the elders said they wanted to revive this place, I put my name forward as the attendant. Something to keep my mind occupied. I felt a fondness for this poor, neglected sanctuary as soon as I saw it. Before the karakuri were working again, I mean. So, this is my new job, and I plan to work hard at it. The waters are ready whenever the mood takes you. I was thinking, with Minato's karakuri working again, you can probably use your karakuri around town now too, can't you? I imagine that flying vine would come in very useful. I hear
And
the Harvest Canyon.
develop a restorative bath.
Is it?
Now, here's what really pisses me off. For some reason,
You wouldn't.
it doesn't count the fact that I have in my chest over here, I have fruit. I know I have Leoprine fruit. But because it's too far away, it doesn't auto-collect it. So you gotta come over here. Okay, no, I know I've gathered this shit before. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, it's over here because it's a spice. Okay, I was about to have a heart attack here. There it is. I was about to be very upset. So now we come back. Over here.
Yes, a restorative bath.
And this increases your
It's
life.
already
Each
now.
one of these baths
Enjoy.
increases your maximum health, your total health. So, they're good to take when you have the materials to do so.
Take care of yourself.
Maximum health increased. Now, we don't have any pet kimono
The
feathers,
waters are
right?
particular. A restorative bath, is it?
But we can get them pretty
You wouldn't
easy.
like it. You're always welcome.
By going over, we'll go over here. And we have some pet areas, I thought. Maybe we didn't collect them. Where's the pet? There's the pet. Wildlife cage. We can't quite get to the wildlife cage. It's gonna be too expensive. But yeah, once we do that, then we can set up our pet kimono in there. Once we do that, after a bit of time, they can spawn, depending on what you put in there, tail feathers or other useful items. This might be enough. Actually, I think we're just going to be a little bit shy from having it be... Wait, no, I think we just have enough, yeah. There we go. Nice. All right. Oh. And we should be good to go on everything else. I don't think there's anybody else to talk to. We could check in with Suzura-san.
You're heading for Akikura Canyon, I believe? I've never been, but expect unusual kimono and other curiosities.
Yep. All right. So ready to go. So let's, if you want, I can show off the Karakuri staff and the idea behind it. Let's go ahead and train. All right. So you see how I'm switching between. So you got tonfas, you got a big old shuriken, you got the spear, you got the staff, and they all have their different combos. And the big thing is, after you do, a combo, you have a little that little red glow. If you switch while that red glow is active, you gain a charge. Bottom left corner, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different 8 segments. When I use this special attack here, I use up all the segments immediately, and I do, in that case, alright, so you see how I now have 4 right there. And it's now glowing a little bit. That means that I can use the big sword effectively, but I'll only do the 2-hit combo. To get the final hit, you do need 3. One of the best ways to do this is actually... that is box jumping. And you notice when you use a Karakuri and land the charge, or land the switch mode, get that charge, you gain 2 sections instead of just 1. So then I press the special attack. So notice that's pretty slow. It is incredibly powerful, but pretty slow. So this is one of those things where you're definitely going to want to use it right after they attack, and you know that there's going to be a decent sized window. It's the second a hit is damaging enough that it might cause a stun. A little bit of a damage flinch, maybe. So you can maybe hopefully anticipate that, but usually you want to use it when you got something like a trap set down or something that can hold the monster in place for a bit. And yeah, you can switch chapters, go back, do some missions that you might have missed, move forward. But yeah, we got Earthbreaker here, which we can get core stones or large pieces of ore. That's what you farm, the large pieces of ore. So you can do that there. You got the Fume Beak. And then you got some various bits and pieces back over here. Nothing too terrible. And then you got the Akikuri Canyon, which has a few more interesting monsters in there. A couple of unique ones. what I think we'll do is, do we want to do story? I think we might just do story. Or, well... Oh, let's do a quick little, side mission or two. Mm.
I have been led to believe that for a hunter of your skill, this...
Oh, I didn't actually mean to cut off his dialogue there. My apologies, dude. That was a bit rude. It's probably right about there. It's somewhere in this little area right there because it didn't pop up on the screen. So there are areas of zero coverage. It's kind of hard to get perfect coverage over the map with these little towers, but you can get pretty close. And even if you don't, you kind of know where the... You kind of know where it goes anyway, because you're like, well, it has to be there. Damn it. Ah, I was late on that one. I was very late on that one. Oh, piss off, you little son of a bitch. Why do you always have to do the move that I hate? Every single time. Might get this off, maybe. There it is. Move away, move away. Someone with these come crashing down. Keep the combo up. God damn it, I fell off. Like, I'm trying to get on him, and it was like, why am I not on him? Just felt like getting one in there. Alright. Again, good damage. Good damage. A little bit awkward sometimes. It works better when you have some of the later fusion karakuri. Like there's a chain trap that you can get later on that really allows you to kind of do the really. It'll race after you in a second. Just let me get that last one. And you get that charge from hitting with the fusion attack. There it is. Yeah, I knew he didn't have a lot of life left. Yeah, we'll kill him. And the way you kill him is you summon a big sword and you golf swing him into oblivion. Again, fun weapon. A little bit weird sometimes to play around with, but it is a very fun weapon. He has got to be right there, which is really annoying that he's just in that blind spot. I mean, at least I know where he is. Doesn't stop him from being a little annoying. Pick up some heals on the way. Pick up this little buddy because we saw him. And that little buddy because we saw him. Yeah, there he is. Now, notice again, I didn't get that 2 charge until I started landing the... Interesting. Now, I tend to use light attacks, even though the strong attacks, the Y attacks, are good. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty damn good. Damage flinch, very good. He's gonna do this. I couldn't move. Let's grab a quick heal just to be on the safe side. This is annoying. You can just kind of run away from it. Interesting double hit. What am I doing here? Ooh, interesting. Alright, we got full charge. That should last a little bit. Hopefully long enough to get on him. They do fade pretty quickly, by the way. These charges, that's one real nasty thing about it, is that oftentimes if you can't create an opportunity to use them, they will just disappear. And he ran rather far away, which really sucks. And again, if you get hit anywhere in that combo, you are screwed. Anywhere in the combo. So, one thing I have noticed in this game especially, compared to like Monster Hunters or something like that, is that your invulnerability windows when knocked down are non-existent. They exist, don't get me wrong. They technically exist. I cannot say definitively that they don't exist. But I'll be damned if they're actually that useful, because boy howdy do they disappear at the first sign of trouble. A little surprised he's still fucking alive, I'll be honest. There we go. He only had about 200 life left. I was about to say, you are a healthy little bugger. Alright. That is one spine glider down. Kind of stupid I died, but, you know, it happens. It happens.
That couldn't have gone better. Now, if you could just give the materials to the sensei. Perfect. I can report back with good news.
Yeah, so we were hunting that because we needed to give it to Suzura-san, I believe. Or Suzuran. I don't really need to add the san. Suzuran, and we were doing that as a favor for the princess, who was doing this on the fly because she wanted to help out, but she didn't want it known that it was her helping. All right, we're moving along nice at a nice pace. So again, I do like the staff. The staff is fun. It's a very simplistic
Oh, the materials.
kind of weapon in a way.
Wonderful. And not a moment too soon. Oh, but I don't remember asking you to fetch them.
I like being truthful.
Ichi? That's strange. I've mentioned it to very few people. I wonder how he heard. Well, no matter. I assume he kept his reasons to himself, so there's no point asking you. The truth is, there are some kimono characteristics that I'm trying to research, but observation alone is proving insufficient. I did suggest that town funds be diverted to purchase the materials I need for experiments. But the elders refused! I've been racking my brain trying to come up with alternatives. But what you've just supplied is precisely what I need! I can't tell you how grateful I am. Please do let Ichi know how much I appreciate this. Just think of the knowledge we could glean from the experiments I have in mind.
But yeah,
I
the
understand you've delivered the
damn you,
evidence.
stop talking.
Arigatou gozaimasu. I wonder, did Suzuran sensei look somewhat confused? It wasn't something she was expecting.
She did.
I thought perhaps she might. I feel perhaps I should explain. I was instructed to do this by Hime-sama, you see. Clearly, she had become aware of the sensei's predicament somehow. Your fee will come directly from Hime-sama's purse, though she has very few discretional funds. She is constantly considering ways in which she might aid Minato, you see, but not publicly. The Yago clan will be displeased if I fail to act with discretion, and the elders do not appreciate guidance from one they regard as a little girl. She often expresses such concerns. It pains me to know that her good heart goes unseen. At the very least, I feel you should know. Though in telling you, I have broken my promise to Hime-sama. I hope she would forgive me. But in any case, please do keep this to yourself.
Yeah, she doesn't like being known to help out.
The carpenter. Long may Minato benefit.
Turn that in because we were up here. Might as well. Got some money from it, some basic crap, and we have a few more things here. We could do a lava back. I don't remember what you hunt in there. Hunt a couple of those things. Sure. We'll hunt a bunch of crit dogs. Anyway, the thing I was going to be mentioning before is, if you were to make the Monster Hunter comparison of weapons, the Karakuri staff is kind of like the Charge Blade. Especially Charge Blade when, what is it, the super amped element discharge thing was the most powerful thing you could do. I think in World it was kind of that way. So yeah, when that was its strongest move, that's kind of the Karakuri staff. Everything else is fine. It doesn't have the defensive options, though. So you're like, well, all the other moves are fine and dandy. The various modes you can be in, they have some use. Nothing too fancy, but they're okay. They're like partial weapons. Instead of getting a lot of weapons, you get kind of partial weapons. Or... damn it. Needed the slam. I kind of need to move, actually. I just want to eat, actually. Just want to eat. Yeah, the helicopter is still pretty useful for getting charges. Most dangerous move right there. I know it seems silly to say that, but it actually is. Nice, I got him with the, might as well get the free heal from the Tsukumono. Really? Just roll. I'm stuck on him. Bit annoying. Just roll. Fly in the air. Damn it, he keeps kind of being annoying here. Dude, seriously. Just grab the thing. And he is going to run. There's nothing we can do to stop that. Pick up these little kimono orbs. And... oh, there's a little buddy there. I completely forgot about you. Hey, buddy. Can I? Thank you. Might as well heal. Are you joking? Oh, that is a joke and a half, isn't it? Why is it just not doing the move sometimes? That's my one irritation with this game sometimes, is occasionally it just really won't do the thing you want it to do. There it is. Yeah. So again, the range on this attack, the super attack of the Karakuri staff, is a little bit shorter than you might think. It doesn't really have that AoE effect of the Great Sword. Or the Nodachi, I should say. Same thing, actually. Yeah. I don't like having excess crap like that around. I think this is the fastest way to get there. And that's actually what I prefer to do, is sometimes it'll roar before the first hit will, the second hit will land. That's incredibly unfortunate. Good, you were just doing that move over and over again. Fine. Nothing I could do. I might as well have just gotten a little hit in. Dude. A little annoying. Should get this off. Of course, we missed it because I can't see him because he decided to move at the last second. Bomb. Just roll. Got hit by the... what? Just fly in the air. Come down. Throw. He moves out of the way. Because for some reason he's being a really wily bitch right now. God damn, would you stop moving? So, I mean, sometimes I just move around a lot. And you can kind of see the beginnings of what makes this guy weapon kind of its weakness, is that it's okay without using the big sword, but the big sword really is kind of the thing, the big damage thing. And it is very dependent on, especially for any efficient building of meter, is very dependent on that, those meters kind of are using these karakuri. What? I'm confused. Why didn't I throw it? God damn, these elevated... these tiny little, rocks are stopping me. But no, the staff, kind of like Charge Blade, is that if you can't get Charge Blade charged effectively, though I feel like Charge Blade holds its vials better, you don't have to, you can use them when you have an opportunity. Whereas this kind of weapon, it is a little bit more restrictive. You don't have nearly the time or the leeway one might hope for. But again, it's still, like all the weapons, it's still very strong. It still has its usage. It still has its strengths and weaknesses. But no, there are better karakuri combinations that you can use. Let's see, who's on the map? Got a monkey, a that, and a that. technically we have to fight a lava back anyway. Yeah, there are certain weapons I'm not fond of fighting lava back with, and I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves, it's the Karakuri staff. I'm not a huge fan of fighting him with the Karakuri staff. I feel like you end up in kind of an awkward situation with it. I really do need a better bow, though, my word. It really would be just this fall right here, the poison fall. And now we probably can't make the poison fall for the bow, right? Yeah, we're missing some lungs. But we can get some base damage here. There we go. Now it'll at least do some damage. Our damage was going to be pretty low. But 123. We change our equipment. I think we go to... I don't want to go for that guy? Sure. And we can do a couple things. Let's just do the lava back mission.
I need those lava block materials for prototyping. Sorry to trouble you with this, but you'll really be helping me out.
Ow.
Anything on the map we want to fight in addition to the lava back? We could do the Grit Dog, I suppose. A bit of Dreadclaw. Well, I think we'll do all three. Why not? Big hunting mission here. Huh, you still carry the momentum. Why is there a spring here? What? Alright. I thought he was doing the other move. I'll be honest. Oh, the timing on that sucks. I forgot. Damn it. I missed the timing on it. Bit expensive to throw that out, but he'll be dead in a second here. Gotta recharge a little bit of stamina. Wow, I'm surprised he survived. Really surprised. But that's fine. We'll kill him in a second. He's got to have, like, nothing left. Oh, hold on. We killed you. We'll take your parts. This is why I love the bladed Wagasa. Ah, that's fine. There we are.
Come in.
Bladed Wagasa is one of my favorite weapons. If you like counters and countering things and big speedy floaty weapon, I don't know. It's kind of good. It's also one of the a few melee weapons that can do anything in the air. Like you can do a little bit with the Karakuri, you know, mixing in there, using that, but it's the only weapon that I find has absolutely zero need for Karakuri. Like, it just kind of works all on its own perfectly fine. I could have actually parried that. This is actually terrible to be in this corner. Oh, I forgot he delays. That's a big delay on that one. We'll get close to him. I missed it. I had it, but... Again, just get that parry timing down and... You just can keep damaging him. You never need to stop. And he's gone. Can't stop him. That's fine. But no, this is why it's my favorite weapon. It certainly is one that I keep going back to. Bow is pretty close to this as well. Bow is really fun. The helicopter gameplay is hilarious. Which, if anyone doesn't know what that is, I will happily show you what helicopter is and what that means in the context of Bow. But suffice to say, it turns Bow into being an Apache helicopter. There we are. He is very dead.
Come in.
And now we have just our main monster to hunt. He's a bit tricky, even with the Wagasa. He's got a couple of attacks that have multiple hitboxes that are slightly off time, which means that there's a chance you just kind of get whacked. One of my favorite ways to open a fight. I missed the roar again. That one right there is actually annoying. Because his fist and the fire explosion has a... Let him roar. I don't like the... Because there's multiple hitboxes on that, I don't like trying to parry that one. probably should have just done the other attack. Damn it. One time he's out of range of it. Oh, I missed that terribly. That's embarrassing. Oh, that's the other attack. I'm stupid. Way too early. I had that one. I was stuck in animation. See? Stuck in animations. I could not see him because the lock-on doesn't actually save you a lot of times. A lot of times the lock-on, not great. Again, lock-on just not turning the direction I need it to go. Like it's locked onto his, I don't know, his ass or something here. Yeah, he's gonna get away with a little bit of life. Not a lot. Oh, grab a heal. Oh, where are you running to, buddy? See if I can get him with this. I don't like the hitbox for this, so we're just gonna move away. There we are. I knew he had to be gone. Not much left in him.
Come in.
A little bit of an attack talisman. Might be alright. I haven't changed my talismans in a bit. That's actually...
Take care as you go now. It's always been my dream to build Minato up. And now you're here, I feel like it's finally going to happen.
I think there's one more mission here. So we'll stay on the map for a little bit longer. Yeah, you can kind of fly with this a little bit. Standard stuff on the map. Nothing too exciting. I'm gonna go here and collect our fish. It's got to be full. Yeah. Dried fish. Alright. We have one more mission here for Nobumitsu. Not sure if there's anything over here. No, doesn't look like it. Let's grab the helicopter, go back down. There you are. So there should be a monster that comes out here. Yeah, it's you, Grit Dog.
Mother of pearl! That's a big kimono! Can you handle that thing? I'll get everyone clear!
Ah, a little bit off time on that one. Yep, camera's doing crazy stuff. Oh, way early. Oh my god, I was terrible with that. That was awful. That was terrible on my part. I kind of thought I got that first one, but I guess not. And you can parry in the middle of combos, or most combos. That one's hard to parry, because the timing is a smidgen weird. And he's gonna go up there. We might as well just teleport. Cut him off. There we are. Very dead. Very, very dead. Boop. I booped him on the snoot. Nice.
Time to get back to town before that thing attacks again.
Yep, back to Minato we go.
Shinobu! Thank the heavens. You really know how to put the wrinkles on my brow.
I'm sorry. Somehow we upset a kimono that's normally no trouble. I've never known it to attack unless its territory is threatened. But no harm done. I'm fine, look. No one was in any danger and no boats got damaged.
Bakaro! Just because you got away with it this time doesn't mean you weren't in danger. Just think what would have happened to you if you weren't with the hunter. I was on tenterhooks here. Other boats were arriving with reports of fierce roars they'd heard when passing the northern lee of the island.
The northern lee? No, the kimono we encountered was on the south side. But anyway, I am sorry I worried you so much.
Just stop being so irresponsible. We owe it to your father to look out for you. If any harm came to you, I'd never forgive myself.
Sorry I got you mixed up in that. I wouldn't have made it back if it wasn't for you. What's your view, by the way? Would you describe me as irresponsible or dependable?
I think you do your best. I think that's the best I can say.
You don't have to be polite. I'm not sure my best is good enough sometimes. The last head of the guild, my father, was truly a great fisherman. But he died at sea. It's a hereditary position, though. Always has been. So I'm trying to follow in my father's footsteps. But they're big shoes to fill. Sometimes I feel like I'm paddling with one oar. I try to be a good leader. But then I make Jingoro-san worry like that, for example. Yeah.
Depending on the
Still
boat you're
got a
in,
lot to learn.
paddling with one oar is kind of normal.
Anyway, sorry again for all.
Like if you're in a canoe or something like that.
Many thanks.
I feel like I get what he was trying to say. I get it. And I'm being an asshole about it, but
You wanna know what's still to do?
I still feel like
Here's the list. Right.
you know,
Bye for
it's
now.
not that unusual. All right, we actually got quite a few missions to turn in here. Can turn in yours.
The canyon is teeming with mighty kimono nowadays.
There we are.
Ah, the lava back materials I wanted. I can't wait to get started on these. If you'll excuse me.
Oi, Natsume, are the repairs done? Oh, she's not here.
She's back there. Sorry,
Let me guess.
looked away.
Fiddling with karakuri again? Once she dives into that sort of work, she doesn't surface again for ages. She's always been hooked on karakuri. I suppose she got it from her father.
Did you know him?
Not really. I mean, I don't remember him well. He died a long time ago. But he was unrivaled as a blacksmith here in Minato. Especially talented at fitting weapons with karakuri from what I hear. His inventions were sought after by all the hunters back then. His wife, Natsume's mother, passed away very young. So I think the forge was his whole life and Natsume was brought up completely surrounded by karakuri. But one day, every karakuri, from the biggest to the smallest, just stopped working. Just like that. It must have been devastating. That's why you're so special to Natsume. Without you, the town's karakuri would still be dead. Oh, that was quick for you.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot to give you this. I promised you something in return, remember? I think my ideas are gonna come to something thanks to the materials you got me. But not without a lot of hard work, so if you'll excuse me.
Hey, wait! Natsume! I've lost her again now. I can forget about those repairs then. Oh well.
And there was another mission to turn in. Oh, yeah, it's you. There you are. Old lady.
You're back from the hunt? What do you mean? Ah, yes, of course, of course. The kimono materials I asked you for. Aren't you helpful? I didn't think I'd find myself asking hunters for materials again at my age, I must say. Years ago, of course, Minato was full of fine hunters. We had all the materials we could possibly want for. But the hunters dwindled bit by bit, and the materials soon became scarce. And that's how we lost most of our artisans. It's all passed down from generation to generation here, you see? The knowledge. So if the parents go, that's it. But what could we do? Those of us left in the guild were more than a bit fretful. I don't mind telling you. But then, young Yataro came. He's our promise for the future. Now, you've landed in our laps. Maybe the spirits have taken pity on us. Anyway, you've been a great help, Hunter. Just remember to keep this under your hat, hmm?
Wonderful. Alright. So, we do have this we could do real quick. Could go also just go to chapter 2, which I think we'll do. We have our main base here, and we have our new location. Don't have any crystals to do anything with. Now we have a couple of things we can gather here. I think we get a little bit of, yeah, there's the silken thread, so we could make crow armor when we get a chance. If we gather enough, obviously, of the silken thread. Don't think there's anything back here, secret-wise. Ooh, gem rice. There he is. Thought I heard you. Pet this guy. And it's a lot harder to get these type of materials, so it's a good idea to try to get them. Because slaying's obviously super easy. You just walk up and you just murder the thing. But, petting them, you have to sneak up on them a little bit. Yeah, this is the new area. Kind of very fall-esque kind of thing. You got your weird golden shards. Enough small dude crystals for that. Some more spider silk. We keep going along here. We got a little spirit right there. Spirit stone. Keep walking along. One of the better areas to actually put a zip line to is that building right there. You can just barely reach it from the beginning area to that building. Because that building then gets you pretty good access to a lot of... well, it just gives you a good height. So then you could either float down on helicopter or anything, really. You can zip line across to different locations. It's a good place to be. Probably should have set up the zip line to that location first off.
Leave us alone! Get away! Damn it! I knew coming here was a mistake!
He's fine.
You
Yeah.
there? Help us! We're about to be eaten alive!
And yeah, you do have to kind of kill these things. He gets back up.
You turned up in the nick of time. We weren't expecting to be met by a hunter. But we've all been split up after running into some monstrous rat. I'm especially worried about our master carpenter. Saren took it upon herself to lure the wretched thing away into a cave. Please, you have to save her. The Tsuruhashi clan would be nothing without Ren.
I'll save her, yeah, sure.
Thank goodness. Without you, we're all doomed. I'll help you look for everyone. We're in your hands now, Hunter.
Yeah, we're fine. We're gonna collect these materials. Again, they just give you basic stuff. Nothing fancy enough to be concerned with. But you will be fighting the big boy version of these rats in a little second. Go ahead and activate that. And there's something right here. And we continue moving forward. You're going to do this, I think, 2 or 3 more times, where you will find somebody being attacked by the small Komodo. You will fight the small Komodo. You will kill the small Komodo. They will tell you, go here, and you will continue forward. Until finally they say, here's the big monster. Kill it. And you shall kill it. Can I activate this guy? Yeah, I do have enough. Alright. If possible, on a new area, I do try to activate as many of those as possible that I run across. It's just nice to get it out of the way. Another person going to be ambushed here.
I can't die. Not here.
Contrary to your opinion on this matter, you in fact can indeed die right here.
Is that? Oi! Over here!
There we are.
Oh, thank the spirits you came when you did. I suppose you must be a hunter. We all ran like the wind when that giant rat, a sport tail was it, came after us. But Ransan, our master carpenter, made a chase her to save the rest of us. I came back to help her, but I'm not having much luck.
Where is she now?
That's the trouble. I don't know. But I heard a lot of commotion coming from over there. Come, I can show you. I don't imagine there's much I'll be able to do on my own. Please, say you'll help. Hunt the kimono and rescue our master. I've never been so scared in my life.
Might as well harvest these guys, because, you know, we have them, we killed them, harvest them. It doesn't hurt. And there's a couple of mine locations up here I want to gather. Because the stone will be useful for making weapons. And upgrading. And I'd like to get them upgraded quickly. I think it's just the one there. Alright. There's a few things up there, but that's a little trickier to get to. Suppose we could go up there, but I won't. We'll do a full exploration of this area soon enough. But for now, I'm fine enough with just running through. You guys still chasing me?
Come on. Don't die on me. Damn it.
Buzzsaw. Again, your basic attacks really don't do a lot with this weapon. It really is. You want it charged up and you want to be doing those kind of special attacks. Usually after a parry. Or the parry animation. And here's our main person.
Poor guy. He only joined the crew recently, too. Bit slow on the uptake. But surprisingly dexterous. He'd have been a great Tsuruhashi carpenter one day. If only.
You're the Tsuruhashi master.
That's right. You must be the hunter from Minato. In that case, I'm going to put you to work. Hunt that wretched Sportail, would you? It's still sniffing around in there. I'll gather up the rest of my crew. Assuming they're still alive.
Yep, will do. And grab a little bit more of this. There's a little buddy over here we can grab. And we have the next monster. I would call it more of a variant than a different monster. Is the Sportail. Sportail is kind of like a minion monster. If you were to think of Monster Hunter equivalent, the Sportail is going to be kind of like the Monster Hunter equivalent of like a Great Baggy or a Great Jaggy. Something like that. It tends to summon little buddies. They tend to want to attack you. And it is a sleep element monster, which means that a lot of its attacks try to put you to sleep. And it will put you to sleep if you're not careful. It's also blind, although that doesn't really seem to do much difference for it. Yeah, that's the sleep. I missed it. He summons people. They come. He commands them to attack. They will continuously do this. It is super annoying. And he likes to run away. He really likes to run away. Kind of thought I might be in the range of that, so I figured better safe than sorry. Interesting hitbox on that. You can cut his tail just like the rage tails. It is very difficult. Really? That broke the wall. I didn't think that actually could break the wall. One bad thing about the umbrella here, the bladed Wagasa, is that it does have that problem of occasionally you will just straight up miss shit. Oh, I really don't want to be in the sleep. Luckily, sleep doesn't last too long, but you will get... You're going to take a hit. You're basically guaranteed to take a hit of some kind. You can kind of kill these things, but honestly, he summons them up so fast. A little early on that on my part, actually. Alright, we need to hang back for a little bit. Sleep is built up a little too much. Because the little buddies also do sleep. He's going to slam down. Oh, he changed directions. It is incredibly hard to take his tail, by the way. Super hard to take. One of my few annoyances is, yeah, taking those tails. I find that they have a huge amount of damage reduction. And for some reason, they just seem hard to hit. But yeah, his whole shindig, his whole deal is sleep and summoning little guys, and he can have them do two different attacks. One is he has them go underground and they start shooting up underneath you like little area blasts, and you kind of have to keep moving. Or he can summon them all in a line in front of him, and he and all of them kind of charge forward like a Mighty Ducks flying V. Jesus, that's an old reference right there. Holy crap. But yeah, that's kind of his shtick. And his rest location, where he goes to rest and die, is right around the corner here in this little cobwebbed area. And he does give us a special thing, which I wonder if he'll give us here. I'm trying to bait it out. No. That's the wrong one. I missed that 100%. That was a terrible Terrible parry on my part. Damn it, he's just doing that attack. Mostly just going for my Tsukumono. I'm afraid of him dying, which is why I'm trying to be careful, because I would like to get him to do his special move. Yeah, he's calling them. Okay. Come on, do the move. That's not it. Damn it. That's not it either. I know he probably has enough life for me to survive a few things. I'm just trying to get him. God damn it. He's so weak. He's going to be enraged here. That's fine. Come on, do it. It's really hard to get him to do it sometimes. Come on, man. Damn it. He keeps doing the one summon attack that I really don't care to see. It's useless to me. There. Come on, give it to me. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Come on, do it. I have... Well, that's the attack right there, but I didn't get it. That sucks. There it is. Well, poop. So, what it is that to unlock some of these special fusion karakuri, you need to be fighting the monster with the right karakuri equipped, and he needs to give you, basically, he needs to do an attack that causes it to activate, and you go into this little cutscene style slow-mo thing. Same thing happened with the wall.
I think we should have a clear run to Minato.
The firework.
You really got us.
All that kind of stuff.
Spot there. I managed to round up the rest of my crew. They're a little shaken, but they're all fine. Thanks to you. We'll be heading straight into the town now. Will you be coming with us?
Yeah, oh sure.
In that case, lead the way before some other freakish kimono finds us.
And his special fusion kimono, just to put it out there, is essentially a mine. It does okay damage. One of the big things is that it can blow open certain secret passageways. That can get you access to hidden materials, hidden, random crap, shortcuts. And it does decent damage to a kimono.
So, the Southern... You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list.
God damn, I just cannot get this final piece. One, I need... I'm getting 0 visitors. Whatever, we'll pick that one.
Alright then. Bye for now.
There's no visitor here, right? Yep, no visitor. That's terrible. So, we can go here, talk with, the peoples.
Ah, you have returned. I wish to speak with you.
I will speak with you.
You have done us a great service yet again in finding and saving the carpenters. Seren has been tirelessly expressing her gratitude, and I believe she has more to say shortly. So, we may now count the renowned carpenters of the capital among the workforce of our town. We must make good use of these fine laborers to bolster our defenses against Kemono and develop the town. You should consult with Seren for your own needs too. I expect your hunting endeavors may benefit from her expertise.
Sorry I didn't introduce myself properly before. I'm Seren Fahsa Jibril of the Tsuruhashi clan from the capital. But that's a mouthful, so just call me that. As Togahime said, I'll be acting as master carpenter and managing the bulk of construction work here in Minato from now on. I still owe you for saving us on the way here, so if you ever need anything, come to the lodge and let me know.
That will be all for now. I am sure you have much to do.
Boy, is this thing working? Can you hear me, Chief? I've got a favor to ask.
Ah, that sounds like Ujishige. I have not seen your face for some time. Are you in good health?
You're with the Hime-sama? Yes, Hime-sama. I am in good health. Just, very busy on account of my ever-light purse.
Save your excuses. You can explain in person the next time you attend me. As for your purse, I can offer no assistance. Please, go to Ujishige now. The old samurai does not ask for help lightly. It must be a thorny problem. I shall continue to do what I can to help the citizens of the town. I am quite long may Minato benefit from your exceptional.
Wonderful. All right, and we got, I think, a little bit of new armor to take a look at. Don't think it's anything too special, but let me see.
And her have a think about which of my little ones
Ah,
are
yes.
most interested in.
You have the basic stuff here that is just, if you can't kill any monsters, you can make this without too much difficulty. I mean, it looks all right. It's just not very, good. And you can make the spore tail stuff, but you mostly need you need a fair amount of spore tail, but you also need some gold shire, or gold shard, I should say. Dodge master is nice when dodging attacks or similar. I think this works for parry, but I can't remember. Fatigue resilience is okay. Poison, more dodge master. Fatigue resilience, bear thread. Bear thread's not going to come up too much because you end up having so much whatchamacallit, thread, celestial thread. I just never run out of it. So we can finally make Fumebeak stuff. Now, Fumebeak is good defense, but honestly, aside from that, Critical Master is fine. It's just a tiny little bit, though. Provocation, just not really useful. Poison Recovery is very niche. Fusion Art Fury is okay, but depends on how much you're using Fusion Karakuri. And Sprint Master, like, it's just really all you're getting from it is defense. That's it. Like, Core Boost is still going to be one of your better skills, regrettably. But if I were to get something, it would probably be this stuff here. You can go for this. Nimble Finger speeds up drinking water consumption. That's all right. But yeah, you could just do the this stuff here. I would probably go for... See, Lunar Protection is not great. Sprint Master is itself... It's nice. You can recover stamina even when you're sprinting, which is kind of useful for traversal and somewhat useful in fighting, but not as much as you would hope.
That's about it. Which one are we talking about?
And Spore Tail can get you a little bit along these areas. Again, 210, that's a lot of damage, honestly. You don't get any good skills from it, and you lose out a little bit on crit, but that's actually surprisingly good damage. We still haven't used the cannon. Maybe we'll use the cannon. We just have to hunt a bunch of spore tails, regrettably. Though again, Spore Tail is not a hard fight. It just isn't. Gold Shard, he can actually be a little bit tricky. Not gonna lie, he can actually be a teeny bit tricky. Let's go ahead and do the Spore Tail again, because why not? So while we are here, we are going to do a couple of things. Like this guy, I can't believe I missed him. He's literally right in front of me. So what you want to do, it's usually easier to do this from the opposite direction, honestly. Somewhere like right here-ish. This is kind of okay. It shouldn't be broken up too much. And using... Nah, that's bad. That's bad shot. We want to put it right about there. This takes you up to a nice tippy top up here. Thought I saw something, but I guess not. And again, you just kind of can fall off and grab that one. Then from here, you can go to that big guy right there. Nice and centrally located. Now, what I would do for placement of the sensors is I would probably actually put a sensor right about there. Well, not a ton of things that spawn right here, but I would probably put a sensor maybe right here. Maybe a sensor over there. You kind of... Akakuri Canyon is rather big. You kind of need about 4 sensors. You need one right about there-ish. There's one over here you can put down. One over here. One over here. So I think if we put one here, it's not too bad. Let me check coverage on that. That's decent. Thing is, you want to put them in places that you know are not going to really be messed around with too much. You can go over here, grab this little buddy. No, what? For fuck's sake. Gotta use these to get the hell back up here. Don't want nothing, monkey. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. I ain't hunting you right now. I'll hunt you tomorrow. So I'd say another good one to put in, and actually a good place to have a camp. It's right here. Can't see anything. Come on, get out of my vision. It's very expensive to put a camp here. I'm not quite sure why. Some areas are cheaper than others to put camps, and I don't know why it is that way. We'll put one here just for fun. We see our quarry. If you see any mining locations, make sure to grab them. Surprisingly enough, it can sometimes be rather difficult to get these basic materials. And we'll see if we can get the special attack here. I might need... I don't think it requires... I think I have all of the necessary equipment here. I'm pretty sure. We used too many. That's right. All right. Again, I'm probably not going to be able to get his tail, because it's a bitch to get. There it is. No. There it is. Bomb! Nice! It kills all the bullshit. Knocks him down. Ah, I missed it. But yeah, that's what I was looking for. Damn it. It's so hard to get that tail. So hard. But now we have the summon here, which I believe is what? Spring... Elemental enters XAA star. Yeah, it's spring, fire, spring. Yeah, okay. Spring, torch, spring. You have the combos on the top right there that tell you what you need to summon. Doesn't tell you how much it costs. You kind of have to just remember that. But anything with boxes usually is cheap. Actually, just wanted to... Ah, I missed it. I saw my vision was blinded. Well, I'm going for a journey here. Ah, damn it, it's hard. There it is. Absolute pain in the ass to get. There we are. And the reason you want to get that is because it's one of the few ways to get stipes. A Sporetail stipe. Nice. Sorry, I got a message from somebody. I gotta respond real quick. Alright, so we have coverage right there. We have a little coverage right there. The big problem is that these areas are going to be difficult. So you need something right about there-ish and there. We can get there, however, pretty easily. Again, I would say the first thing you want to set up in a new area is your towers. Get a couple of camps up where you like them, no doubt. But get your towers set up. Because it helps you find the monster a lot easier, saves you a whole bunch of time. And one good place for one is right over this direction. It's a bit of a thing getting there. This isn't the location. It's just a fun place to get to. You want to go to over here. There's a camp you can get to. Takes a bit. So right here. So I would say you're going to want the actual marker somewhere forward here. Right. Clips in ugly, no doubt, but you get really good coverage. That should also activate. Hopefully it's within range to activate. It should be within range to activate. The next one needs to be over there. Sadly, all of these are going to be really expensive to put down. Because I know there is a few locations. I just can't remember what's the thing that makes it cheaper. I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. We need pointed scales, so we're going to grab a few of these guys. That's a lizard bloom. That's a little unfortunate. He can give me a pointed scale or a lizard bloom. Chose to give me a lizard bloom. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to get this little guy right here. We'll save the level 2 for a second. Let's get some thread. Very pretty fields right here. Where you're going to want to go is right. I think it is... Hold on. Got to get my bearings here. Where's this direction going? Ah, right. It's that way. Okay. Well, we get these lizards. We need some pointed scales, so we have to hope for a drop. Again, getting your little things powered up, your umbrella is super important. So if you can do that, do it. Because your damage goes through the roof. Again, that was something I struggled with way early on when I first played through this game. Very early on. Is I did not understand the bladed Wagasa at all. I couldn't get the parry timings right, which was really frustrating. And I didn't really get the charge idea behind it. But once I started getting the hang of that and kind of, oh, okay, that's... So now it's doing this damage. Once I found the power move that you should be using, it just kind of clicked. You're like, oh, shit, this thing is actually really strong. Here, I thought it kind of sucked, but it's actually really, really strong. And that's kind of true of a lot of the weapons, is that a lot of the weapons, kind of like with Monster Hunter, you need to learn the strategies, the styles, blah, blah, blah. But a real big thing is especially for this game has a lot of charge mechanics. In the sense that all the weapons, or many of the weapons, their damage combos, everything relies on you building up charges, building up, again, a damage whatever meteor, using stamina in the correct way. Timing is a big thing oftentimes. Pun somewhat intended. What is this? Do I want to put it? Can I? Thing is I think they do need to overlap, which is irritating. Because this guy, well, this guy doesn't this guy overlaps with this guy. This guy does not. This one, so this will be dead no matter what. I can't get him unless I can... I'm trying to remember. I think they do need to overlap. Which is frustrating. Got a fume beak over there. We actually do need to kill a fume beak. We do have a dragon thing in front of us, a dragon pit. Grab it real quick. Get that one up to level 2. Alright, so we got a spore tail up there. We'll go ahead and teleport up there because we do need some spore tail parts. Grab the hedgehog. Where are you going, buddy? The height you can get from that is kind of hilarious. Honestly. Like, it is one of my favorite things. Oh, get out of the sleep, please. God damn it, of course he's doing that move. Dude, do I not have any stamina? Why do I have no stamina? Little bastards. Gonna land on me. Damn it. See what I say about it being really hard to cut that tail? It is really hard to cut that tail. But we're doing fine. Maybe we'll use a dragon thing on him, blow him up a little bit. I think there actually might be something up here. Yeah, we'll get it later. Oh, what was that directionality right there? There it is. That's kind of what you need to do, is that move right there. Damn it. Fine enough. We'll get the stipe. And we'll kill him. Nice. Anything else I want to fight? Do I want to fight the Fume Beak? Kinda... Maybe I should kill the Fume Beak. Might be a good idea to kill this Fume Beak. One thing I do need is where should I put that? Should I put that here? I'm gonna teleport here, and I'm gonna put a anvil here. I don't have the ability to put an anvil. I'm out of water. Really? Huh. Alright, I guess I'm out of water. And the gold shard on the map, which is what that is, we will leave him to his devices for a while. He's not the worst to fight. He can be a little tricky, a little bit hard. He can hit hard. He does have a unique fusion you can use. Oh, way early. Oh my god. I thought he was closer for some reason. Like, that timing was terrible. I kind of hate this timing a little bit. That's a grab attack. Be very careful of that grab attack. We actually will need to heal here. What? Oh, you... My stupid... Hold on, I want to get rid of that. God damn it, my little buddy was in the way That's why that didn't work. I literally got blocked by my buddy. Oh, come on, get your ass down here. Really? Alright. Alright, fine, I'll heal. I'm gonna be a bitch about it. All this does is poison you. So just hang on him and murder the shit out of him. Yeah. That move right there is just him charging up. It's actually a very safe move to deal with. As long as you don't mind a little poison. It's just poison buildup. It doesn't really damage you. Other than, again, the poison tick damage. Obviously, blah, blah, blah. But, actually, really not that bad. We're going to go ahead and grab this guy real quick here. Get up to level 2. Yeah, I got heartburn right now. It sucks. Maybe I need to go get some water and drink it. We're still missing that guy. I'm going to go here and build my, if I can, build my anvil. We can just barely. All right. Build that right here. So we could build this guy 134 with 10% or 164 no percent. Might still go with the 134. This guy, however, well, actually no, it's the cannon. Gets quite a bit better. Stand tall is fine. Basic Karakuri is fine. Surprise attack is fine. I will say yes. We have some unique stuff here, so KMR, Ironclad Final Blow, Hover, Dodge Master. Just looking for a little extra stuff here. Anything that actually is useful to me. I would say I'm not seeing anything that I actually care about. We could go Dodge Master for a bit here. Let's see, what are the more useful Dodge Masters? We've got health boost right there. Dodge Master wood. And we got 2 more. What can we do here? Sure. Something like that. It's not great, you know, pretty lame, but it's fine. Really do need some better stuff here also, just some better equipment. I'm thinking we might go full crow. Nibbled finger actually is useful for healing purposes. What if we did that? We just... It's not a huge boost. This would be a loss. And more Dodge Master there. Small kimono. See them stipes. Those stipes are super important, and it's really a pain in the ass to get. So I want to hunt something very basic here. Just to kind of show you the cannon, and then we're going to end the stream there. And it was kind of a shorter stream, these last couple of ones, but I would like to get some work done on some things. Again, I've been really getting behind on videos, posting up videos. It's just some of the projects are taking longer than I want. But we have this guy down here, and we will show you if I can remember the button combos. I feel like I know the button combos. Nope. 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 What is it? It's that, okay. Nope. Don't want that, actually. That's how I lay it down. Yes. There it is. Who was he going for? And why was it on me immediately? Now, you can make these platforms bigger with certain skills. I would highly recommend it. But see, damage is pretty solid right now, obviously. Automatically. I just don't agree. Oh, for fuck's sake, would you just get the fuck off my dick? It hit him. It did not hit him. Alright, this is just an absolute disaster. I don't know why I'm just having such a fucking hard time with this piece of shit, but it's the first time I'm using this weapon in a very long time here, so give me a break. Alright, we have to pull all these up. So now that it hit him, roll. Suck up this energy. Super weapon. Hard to tell, but that last hit was 700 damage or thereabouts. So I now am charged. I will be able to hold this charge for a bit. And the big thing is when I get there, also when you're using that big spirit cannon, the big old nasty Kamehameha, whatever, it does use your ammo. So using it while you're in one of those circles that recharges your ammo allows the beam to come out for longer. So you get more damage, more little damage ticks, and then you want to make sure you want to hit that final little pop on him. Try to just immediately start the power move. Boom. And again, this can last longer with certain skills. Yeah, he had nothing left. So again, a good 80% of his life probably. Or maybe 70%, 60% was done with that one attack. So yeah, pretty nice. Alrighty then. Ugh. Kind of a rough morning. I'll be a rough morning, afternoon here. Woke up sore. Got heartburn now. Miserable. But yeah, you can do this to just about anybody. It's kind of okay against Lava Back. Lava Back is a bit fast moving for this weapon, so it can be a bit of a fucking misery using it. You do kind of want some fusion Kukuri that can knock him out or kind of keep him occupied for you to do your big charges. It's a little miserable using it on him. Not going to lie. We never finished off this Fume Beak. Might as well kill him. Oh, nice. Now, a good way to do this, the kind of secret tech way to do this weapon, is to charge up your stuff on the little guys, these little small kimono, and then you open up with the big laser attack. Kind of surprised that hit him. That did hit him. I don't know why it didn't give me the power there, but it should have. Suppose it might not have been a direct hit. That's a direct hit. Go and suck up that power. little bit of a egregious hitbox there. This sucks. There's nowhere for me to go on that one. But luckily, he gets punished. That's a big punish, by the way. Should be out of range of his hit here. Just roll the one time. Get a direct hit on him. This will probably kill him. Suck it up. Immediately go into power stance here. That was a lot of damage. He's gonna be dead here. Where is my charge circle? There it is. That's what happens when you overcharge it. That was my bad. I was trying to get as much damage in as I could, because I didn't have any more circles. You only have 5, and then you gotta recall them. I think he's going for the village. Based on that trajectory. While we're here, we'll pick up some millet. Our supply of millet has gone down just a smidgen. Immediately put down one of these. Ow. He always does 2. And see, even just that hit does 375. So, firing those mortar shots is itself decent damage. But what really does it is, again, your super. That's what you want. So again, optimal fighting strategy is to make sure to walk into the fight, open up with a super. Only do that, however, if you have earplugs. Which I believe that skill is called Deafen or something like that. Because then that allows you to ignore the roar. So when they roar, you can still continue to shoot. So your damage will still be coming out. And that makes it so that it is very strong. One more piece. Alright, so we got some millet. So again, the gun's fun, but as you can see, mobility on it is bad. It is desperately bad. And as such, again, certain big enemies like this guy, where you kind of need a little bit of mobility, or mobility would be very nice to have, kind of sucks. It also does have a range, and damage fall off on range. So there should be something to be aware of. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Gonna get shaken here. That's fine. Gotta summon up these things. Might be a bit risky to do this. There we go. Good amount of damage. That was a bit aggressive on my part. Should get another one right here. I was not standing in the circle. Bit unfortunate on that one. Kinda hard to see where I am. Nice. And make sure you collect the super before you pull up your power. Your little power discs. It's a good idea to do. Because I think if you pull them up without absorbing that extra energy, you don't get your super attack. So see, it's still charged. That means if we're fast enough, we can come over here. And we might be able to get a decent amount of usage on it on the little rage tail here. Maybe. Depends on if we get a damage flinch. Nope, but we still got, like, again, 160 damage ticks. Nice. Figured we were safe right here. And he's dead. There we go. That was a rage tail. So again, very strong, but also very limited. Very limited. Yeah, 33 seconds. That's pretty solid. Again, it's just a basic rage tail. It's not even like a the high rank version of him. So it's not really not a super accomplishment there. But anytime you can kill any kind of monster under a minute, that's good damage. You know you're doing good. Grab some more millet. Then we'll head back to Minato. We're actually going to pick up a few things here. One, because I know we have a couple of buddies we can pick up here. There's one here. There's another one here. One right here. There's actually quite a few in this little area here. I never built this? Wow. They just wouldn't let me do that, would you? Okay. Game. Just okay. It's okay. There we are. This one, I don't think it's in the building. I think it's around the corner here. There we are. 35 of 50. We're actually pretty close to finishing out this area. For those, at least. I will say, let's go back to this. We're going to upgrade our Tsukumono, because we actually haven't upgraded him in a while. There we go. And you can actually change out your Tsukumono skin. Which, where do you do that? Ah, here, switch type. So you're going to go, any type that you found so far, you can change around. So I went from, this was the first one I found. You got different colors here. You got an old rocky one. Go with the old rocky one for a bit. Okay, there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here. We will be back next time. Maybe we'll do a late night stream tonight. Who knows? We'll have to see. But until then, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And until next time, and as always, I hope you have a good one.